We asked you three separately this week to give us independently, in a secret envelope, your team of 2020. First things first, the rules weren't quite clear to Peter Crouch because we had a few late changes.
Crouchy missed out all the good players.
No, hold on. In my defence, I thought it was this season, so the envelope was wrong. I had to make a few changes.
No, it said 2020.
Last minute. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, there were some areas of agreement.
Yes.
Let's have a little look at where you agreed, the positions. If we were to combine your team and you were all agreeable on 7 positions, 7 players. So none of you could agree on a goalkeeper. We'll get to that in a minute. You had your Robertson, Alexander-Arnold. They're your fullbacks. Your Van Dijk at centre-half. There's a missing one, though, to join him. We've got Henderson in midfield and De Bruyne. And we've got Salah and Kane up front. So was there any debate at all when you were putting those together? Was there anybody you thought might creep into those positions, Alan? Right back, happy with Arnold all the way, were you?
Yeah, I wouldn't argue against Alexander-Arnold being magnificent as Van Dijk, Robertson have. So I think those 3 sort of pick themselves. Yeah.
Well, when I thought it was this season, I thought Reece James was in there at right back. But I did change that very quickly when I realised that, Trent was incredible last season and won the league. So I did change it.
You did have the thing that struck me when I got sent your team was you had Thiago Silva in as well.
Yeah, well, again, I made a mistake and I've readdressed it.
Because you thought it was this.
I did think it was this season, yeah.
This kid's only come in
even this season was a bit of a stretch, I think.
Okay, let's go to goalkeepers. Your goalkeepers, you had 3 separate goalkeepers, which I thought was really interesting. Alisson, Stevie.
I picked Ederson.
Oh, you picked Ederson.
Alisson for me.
Right, it was Ederson for you, Alisson for you, and Martinez, which was again interesting because he's only been there since the summer.
Hold on. Let me just clarify.
Again, you clarified
No,
again.
I put him in
Crouchy,
when I thought
to
it
be
was.
fair, you've had a bit of a disaster.
No, I put him in when I thought it was. When I thought it was last season. But listen, he was brilliant for Arsenal towards the end, and I think he should. I think he should have stayed in the team.
Yeah.
I don't know how Leno got back in. I thought it was a surprise that they sold him, and I also think he's been magnificent for Villa this season. Underrated. I said Alisson's the best goalkeeper in the league by a mile, but I think Martinez deserves a little mention, so I left him in there.
Okay, so if you had to be pushed and you had to go with Alisson, you go with Alisson, would you? If it was if we had to come to an agreement?
What I'm saying is, I think he is the best goalkeeper in the league, but I think Martinez has played fantastically well and didn't get much credit for.
Martinez is the best goalkeeper to play for 2 teams this year.
Yeah,
right.
He's a good keeper.
Listen, I'm more than happy to change mine. I picked Ederson because the majority of my team was a Liverpool team, so I put Ederson in because he kept most clean sheets. I'm more than happy to go with Alisson
Steve,
and be the
show
collective.
your team, Steve. Actually,
Yeah.
You're quite right. Yeah, you did mainly go for.
Well, Liverpool did win the league by 1,000 points, so I mean, I was well on my way.
This was Steve McManaman's first 11.
Yeah, I put Fernandinho in because my team was from last year, and I would have picked Laporte, but he was injured, and Fernandinho I thought did really, really well last year. That's why I put him in there. Ederson I put in as well, as I said, because he kept clean sheets, and the majority of my team was a Liverpool side. De Bruyne was a no-brainer, and Harry Kane I thought the same.
Okay, let's make a decision then on this goalie.
I'm more than happy to go with Alisson.
I think Alisson will go with
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so you get an early victory there.
He would try and have Souness and Hansen and Dalglish in his team as well if he could.
Right?
There wasn't many United players in that.
What's wrong with Dalglish?
I suppose the question you asked with Alisson, could Liverpool have won the league so imperiously without him? And the answer would probably be no, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe the odd point here and there. They still would have won by loads.
Yeah, we agree on Alisson, I think.
Yeah, we agree on Alisson.
Okay,
yes.
let's have a look at your centre-backs. Well, we've got 3 that we can choose from for the one remaining position. Conor Cody, Peter.
Yeah, no, I just think he had a tremendous year last year, as did Wolves. He broke into the England side. I think we all picked Van Dijk, best centre-half in the league, and next to him, it was a difficult one. I just felt with Conor Cody, he's done very well for Wolves, broken the England side, fantastic defender, and deserves to be in there.
It's a good argument, but you went for Fernandinho.
I went for Fernandinho, but like I told you before, he hasn't played much this year, so I am more than happy to change my mind and go with Conor Cody.
You might.
I'm not going with Allen's. I'm going to go with Conor Cody. He used to play for Liverpool and he's a Scouser. So there you go. He's in my team.
You're a little bit red-eyed sometimes, Steve, aren't you? Alan, let's have a look at your team. And you went for a Leicester player.
I did. I went with Johnny Evans. Started every league game last season. And Leicester had a very good season, and he played a major part in that.
I'm surprised you didn't go for John Stones, actually, Peter, because he's had a good few weeks, and you
Steady on, Gavin. Going too far now.
He needs to wait there. He needs to clarify his position here.
3 years ago, he's brilliant.
Okay, if we have to go for one out of the three, where we go?
I think Johnny Evans has done remarkably well, but I'm going to go for Conor Cody.
So it's 2-1. You lose that one, Alan.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Conor Cody's in.
Wouldn't argue against that.
Okay, let's move on to midfield. We need another midfielder. And Bruno, two of you went for Bruno.
Bruno Fernandes.
Yep.
Yep.
That was you, Peter, and you, Alan.
And who didn't?
Steve, you didn't go.
No, I picked De Bruyne instead as my attacking midfielder.
But you've also got Fabinho in there.
I put Fabinho in as my sitting midfielder.
Because you all went for De Bruyne, so De Bruyne stays.
Yeah, De Bruyne stays, yeah. And
Okay.
I just...
You've shown how
How
How can you
versatile
not have
Fabinho
Bruno
is.
Fernandes in the team of the year
I
after
can't
what
even
he's
say
done
his
for
name.
Man
I
United?
can't even say his
Come
name.
on.
I can't
Bruno.
put him in my team of the year.
Okay, well, this switch you, we just change your mind slightly, Stephen. Since he's arrived at Manchester United, they're only second to Liverpool in terms of points accrued. So in terms of one player who's made a massive difference to
No,
his side, he could be it,
I
couldn't
think he's been incredible for them. I really do. But my team of the year needed to be with Fabinho and Henderson because they won the league by many, many, many points. And then I've thrown Kevin De Bruyne in because I just think he's fantastic. So if I have to choose between Kevin De Bruyne as my attacking midfielder
He's in,
or
that's it,
Bruno
though.
Fernandes, De Bruyne wins all the time.
So you
But I think he's had an incredible impact for Manchester United, scoring incredibly amounts of penalties.
You're picking actually a tactically balanced side, aren't you?
Yes, I thought about it.
Whereas-
He's going out to win
Not
games.
like him picking names out the hat. I thought about mine.
So at the moment we haven't got a decision on that. Then we've.
It was two against
Well,
one.
no,
wasn't
it's
it? I thought we
Bruno
had
Fernandes.
Bruno.
Yeah, as long as I
Steve's-
haven't chosen them, it's fine. They can choose them.
Okay. You just got an imbalanced side, guys. That's all.
That's
So-
it.
Phew. Okay, we've got one left.
The top heavyweight
and it's,
forwards.
it's the forwards.
haven't got a game, you know.
Son, Crouchy,
I've got mine now. My team
Vardy,
are playing
Allen,
next week.
and Mane, Stephen. Did you? He's gone for Son. And if you look on stats alone,
Yeah.
I think Son just kind of edges it.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
he?
When I was reading up on all the stats when I was
Course you
picking
were.
my team, I knew that. No, Son for me, honestly, I think he's just been world class. This season, him and Kane's partnership has been phenomenal. If you look on this season, he would get in any team, I would say. But over the course of the year, I could argue for the others. Vardy, I think, is incredible as well. I'll give you that. But for me, Son has been fantastic from last year.
Should we have a little look at your team, Peter? And obviously, it's changed a little bit as the days gone on.
This is his sixth team.
Bit of rotation.
It's the modern game. There he is, up with Kane and Salah. Oh, that's a tasty trio, isn't it? But
That's a good team, that.
it's a
Kane
decent
dropping
team.
off, feeding
You
Son
can't. I
and
mean,
Salah.
whatever front three we
Yeah, yeah.
decide
Yeah.
on, there are arguments to have them in the team. I mean, he's absolutely right what they say about Son and Kane and Salah and Mane and Vardy and whoever else. So whoever we decide on the three, they deserve to be there. We've changed it slightly. I went for Jamie Vardy in the Golden Boot, still scoring goals, still pivotal to everything that Leicester do and do well. And there's no way no evidence of him slowing down. In fact, he seems to be getting better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
34 years old. Incredible.
Amazing story, yeah. I actually, when Mr. Brother played for Fleetwood, I watched him down at Fleetwood all those years ago, and he was far too good for that level. But what he's achieved in the space of time that he's been playing in the Premier League has been nothing short of remarkable. He won the Premier League with Leicester, got in the England squad and got 100 goals quicker than most, not as quick as Alan, but incredible what he's achieved.
Okay, and Steve.
Well, I went for Sadio Mane. I thought he had a great year last year. He was African Player of the Year. I keep going back to Liverpool winning the league and winning it so convincingly, and he was a pivotal part to play. Yes, I agree with Alan. I don't think you can go wrong with any of those forwards. They've all been brilliant.
Okay.
Jamie Vardy's story and Son's story exactly.
It's tough, isn't it? We've got three, and we've only got one place
Why don't you
left.
choose?
We've got one. Oh, that's well on the stats. I go with Son.
No,
It seems-
don't you choose.
You all know the
Hey, you choose.
I feel a bit for Peter because he's had a lot of stick,
Yeah,
hasn't
but
he?
I've got a lot of stick.
you're
but
right,
two
actually.
of my
We've got
players have got in the team.
We're going.
Should we go Son? Should we go Son?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah. Is that all right,
I'm
Alan?
happy with that. Absolutely.
I'm happy with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy with any of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I did put a smile on Peter's face because he's
Always smiling, Gavin. Beautiful day in the northeast.
Have you worked out
Let's
what
have
we've
a
been
little
picking
look
yet?
then. Our team of 2020, well, your team of 2020, as democratically decided there. Are you happy with that team? Can it go places?
Yes.
That's the team.
It feels a bit more balanced in terms of clubs as well, Stephen, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's not all Liverpool.
It'll beat the La Liga 11, wouldn't it, I think, or the Serie A 11, that team. Yeah, it's a good team.
Excellent.
Yeah, you don't need Henderson and Fabinho, do you, in that team? You want a little bit more go forwards.
Well, I personally don't, but you three do.
It's a team that might concede, but they will score goals. We know that.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Who's going to take the pens, though? That's the problem.